I know what you're thinking. The first time you moved into Goodneighbor, you took one look around and thought, man, this is such a moody place. It's got such a great vibe. I love the colors. I love the lights. I love the steam coming out of the sewer vents. I love the garbage lying around. I love the random murders that appear in the middle of the streets. I love the homeless people sitting over in the corners. This is where I want to set up camp. This is the town where I would love to place my player home. But then you play the game and you realize that there is no player home in Goodneighbor. There's only a player home in Diamond City, and you are heartbroken. Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, I have the solution for you. With this video, I am going to showcase the very best Goodneighbor player home mods for Fallout 4. All of these are available on the PC, many of them are available on the Xbox, and some are even available on the PlayStation 4. I'm going to link to the PC versions in the description of this video, but I'm sure with a little bit of Googling you can find the console versions as well. So, without any further ado, this is Oxhorn's Mod Muster. Our first on the list today is Scavenger's Apartment by Quaz30. Scavenger's Apartment places a fast travel marker on your map. So zooming on in, we've got Goodneighbor right here and Scavenger's Apartment right there, so that you can fast travel directly into your new apartment home. The door is to the left of the third rail, and you're going to find that this is a popular place for modders to place their apartment homes in Goodneighbor, just because this door in the game is completely blank and it's really local to everything. It's right in the center of town. So let's head on into Quaz30's Scavenger's Apartment. And take a look at that. It opens right up into this beautiful little space without having to load an interior cell. This is going to make it feel so much more a part of the Goodneighbor town. Now, this is a unique player home. There are many player homes that really try to clean up the Commonwealth, but Quaz30 didn't want to do that. He wanted this to be a scavenger's player home. So it's going to have a lot of clutter, and it's going to be a little bit filthy. So we're going to find a lot of wonderful little decorations piled up in the corner there. So here we are on the first floor, and we've got some storage over here with some decorations and a broken radio. This is more in with the lore of the home. This is a scavenger who likely tinkers with stuff and tries to tweak things. And then this is his workshop, complete with a weapons workbench over here, a chemistry station, and an armor workbench here. Now, there is one thing. If you haven't completed all of the quests in Goodneighbor, you might have something like this happen.
Hey, you. Looking for work?
Yeah, this is right next to Bobby No-No's. So, I mean, she can't see me, and I don't think I can...
Hey, you. Looking for work?
I can't interact with her, but every time I get close to this wall, she seductively tries to invite me into her home for a little bit of work. So finish the Bobby No-No's quests first. But yeah, all of this is really just wonderfully put together, and I really appreciate it when a mod author will make it feel like Fallout 4 with the junk everywhere and the filth. That just makes it feel like more of the game to me. I do have a healthy appreciation for player homes that are clean and pristine, like a little 18th century maid rolled in and just, cleaned everything up. That's fine, but I also really enjoy it when things keep in with the lore of Fallout 4. Now, here's the main test. Do these workbenches connect? Let's transfer the deliverer. And please, please, please. No. Sadly, the workbenches do not connect, and that's a bit of a bummer, but most of the player home mods we review in our videos do not connect the workbenches. So that's just a matter of fact. Lots of really great storage over here in all of these little ammo containers, and then this is where we're going to have our cooking stove right there. Works as a crafting station, just like a regular cooking stove, and then a bunch of storage. You can use this as an actual food storage container, which is pretty nice. Same with the refrigerator. That's cool. Frigidaire, I don't remember that decal on the refrigerator. That must be a custom touch that he added. And, this is really it. It's a tight little cramped player home. But I love it like that. I love the fact that it's just so You know, everything is so compact and cozy. Now, it can get a little hard to get to your bed because this piece of clothing is kind of hanging in the way. You can't walk over there. But with some judicial jumping, you can hop on over and make it to the bed so that you can sleep on down there. So there you go. A wonderful addition. And look, you could look out the window of your home right where your bed is to see the streets of Goodneighbor. It's such a great little touch. I just love everything about this. So, a wonderful addition by Quaz30. Thank you so very much. Next up is Goodneighbor Condo Player Home by Red Rocket TV. And this adds a new player home in exactly the same place as the last mod. This same door right to the left of the third rail. The difference is that you kind of have to access it. Goodneighbor Condo requires key. Condo for sale. Hey friend, looking to settle down? Have we got an offer for you? Go see Daisy at Daisy's Discounts. She'll sell you the property deed to this recently refurbished condo in the heart of Goodneighbor. And you'll be able to buy it for a hell of a lot better price than those dirt bags in Diamond City would ever sell you a place for. The previous owner was a Triggerman boss who, let's just say, won't be returning to Goodneighbor anytime soon. He left the place pretty well set up, but we cleaned it up a bit, hoping to find the right person to become the new owner. Go see Daisy and buy the deed. You'll be glad you did. Mayor Hancock and the Goodneighbor Development Council. All right, well, I can do that. So we're going to run on down over here and talk to Daisy. Thankfully, she's just a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Excuse me.
Oh, new face walks into my space.
Whoa.
And you're not
Sure.
I wonder if that's part of the mod. Let's barter.
I'll take a look. Sure.
cash or trade. Let's get started.
So, we're looking for a deed, and it's probably going to be in the... There it is, miscellaneous section. How much? 2,235. Wasn't the Goodneighbor home 2,000? I'm pretty sure it was 2,000. So I'm not sure how that's a better deal. But anyway, now that we got the deed, we can come on down and access our new home. And look at that. The banner is gone. Let's go inside. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It opens up into this beautiful interior cell. I love all of these nice little mood lights that they've got going on here, but we need to be able to see, so we're going to go ahead and turn on the living room lights. Bingo! That turns on the interior lighting. Now this mod comes with a really cool feature, which is an auto sorting system. The way it works is if you want anything sorted, you put it into this sorting chamber, and then it automatically sorts things for you. So we're going to put in some armor, clothing, and aid items. Let's put in some miscellaneous items, magazines, and ammunition. All right, and then as we explore the rest of this condo, we should be able to see some of our items in the appropriate containers. This terminal right here allows you to manage the way the sorting system works, and it gives you help documentation that shows you how to use it. But onto the apartment. Let's turn on the kitchen lights. And look at this. I love just how vast this is. It's a large livable space, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of decorations on the counter here, and a note that says welcome home. And it's a wonderful note from Mayor Hancock. Hey, Haley, the name of this character. Here's a little housewarming gift for you. Use them wisely and enjoy your new digs. Don't forget to check out the safe on the third floor. The previous owner left something you might be interested in. Safe on the third floor. All right. Thank you, Hancock. We got ourselves some jet. Ooh, look, well, we got a basement in the kitchen leading down, ladies and gents. That's pretty cool. Now, this is going to be a cooking stove. And let's start our experiment by putting something in there to see if the other crafting stations connect to it. So as you can see, it's very well decorated. Let's head on downstairs. And looks like we have quite the place down here. Wow. Let's see if we can find the light switch. There it is. So this is the gun workstation. And look at that, it does share inventory. The right-of-way that we put upstairs transfers correctly down there. Here's the armor workbench, complete. And look at that, hey, here's the melee weapons bin. There's my Grognak's axe. Let's see if anything else transferred. There are my armor mods, right? So cool, we just dumped all of our armor and weapons and stuff into this container right here, the sorting container, and it automatically sorted it into the appropriate containers throughout the facility, which is pretty great. Man, that's cool. I wish that was in the base game. Ballistic weapon storage. Look at that. There's my deliverer. Pretty awesome. And we got some armor racks. We're putting our armor on display. And lots of cool stuff over here. And there's the power armor station with beautiful decorations over in the corner. More lockers for storage. Ammo. Let's see if our ammo is in there. And there it is. Our ammo is already sorted. And legendary items. Looks like I didn't put any legendary items, which is why it didn't show up there. Let's see. What's in here? Bathroom/laundry facility, ladies and gents. And look at all of this wonderful clutter. Antler. Who is Antler? Who Antler is, not important to you. Must be an inside joke, I guess. We've got a new Vault 114 jumpsuit and a locked chems cooler. All sorts of cool doodads in here. Now, what's on through here? This brings us to hydroponics, and look at that. MedTech research. The terminal says that a lot of the hydroponics systems were built by MedTech, and it's funny, I just created a video about the MedTech research facility for yesterday's video. And look at that, this chemistry station does indeed connect. The lab terminal is going to give you a bunch of lore notes, and it allows you to sort your items appropriately. And then this is where you can loot all of the food. This is going to regenerate mute fruit, glowing fungus, and carrots every 48 hours, I believe, is what the terminal said. So you've got your own little hydroponics lab in the corner. Mr. Purifier creates purified water. It converts the dirty water in your inventory into purified water. Pretty cool. I'm not going to do it because I actually use the dirty water in my inventory for crafting. Oh, and there's the lab lights. There you go. Much better than the glare from my Pip-Boy. Sweet. Now, let's check this door to the back here. This is the exit, and this leads us outside. This brings us through the Goodneighbor condo door right to the third rail. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. There's McCready getting interrogated by Winlock and Barnes. There's Magnolia singing over there on her stage, and this is a door to our private condo. Let's go back in. Sweet, so that's the downstairs. Let's head on upstairs. We explored the kitchen and the living room. We can go around this corner to the first floor. You can turn on the lights, and this is our trophy room. Weapon racks for all of our weapons on the wall, magazine racks for all of our magazines, and this is a bobblehead rack, which is pretty cool. You can put all of your bobbleheads on display here. Model robots and magazines, and then of course armor racks for showing off your favorite pieces of armor. Look at this. This is great. This is a Nuka-Cola display stand. You can display your favorite Nuka-Cola bottles from the Nuka-Cola DLC. And this beer fridge actually turns tepid beer into ice-cold beer, which is pretty cool. Just transfer your regular beverages into the fridge, and it works just like Buddy, the refrigeration robot. All right, heading on in here, let's turn on the lights. This looks like your private quarters. And look at this wonderful little tidy bed with the window. Sadly, can't see outside, but let's turn off the lights and take a look at that light coming in first. Oh man, I love that. Look at that light coming in, bathing your bed in beautiful sunlight. Oh, I love it. All right, let's turn that back on there. And this is the second floor terminal where you can control more of the settings of how your items and loot and inventory are sorted. And then, of course, in here, we have a nice, lovely little bathroom with a light on the wall. Great. Pretty doggone spiffy. Let's go on up to the third floor. And here we are on the third floor. This is the safe we read about in that note. And we get Triggerman's friend. 20 chance to cripple the target's legs. Sweet. So we got ourselves a new weapon with this mod. That's pretty cool. Let's turn on the lights. Here's the third floor terminal. More beautiful decorations. Another one of those wonderful windows casting light into this room right here. And this is going to be the medical room. Let's turn on the lights here. This is a facial reconstructive surgery chair. Sit down here to change the way your face looks. This is a barber chair. Sit down here to change your hairstyle. And then this kind of acts like a doctor. You can use it to heal yourself and heal your rads. And then this is my first laboratory. And you can create things here. Create chems or to detox yourself, cure your addictions, which is pretty sweet. And there's the chemistry station. And of course, it does connect. Let's go through this no smoking door. And this, I guess, is the master bedroom. Huh, strange. It's really tiny. Let's maybe it's a guest bedroom. So coming down on here, we've got this huge room with a smaller double bed. And this is a really pretty room with the light coming in here and bathing the bed. But I guess upstairs, maybe it's for your companions, I suppose. Could be for your companions. This is also a nice room, but it's kind of tucked away in this little closet here. Let's turn on the light. Lots of decorations over in the corners, and this has got to be a private bathroom. Wow, look at this. This is the master bath. You know it's a master bath when there are candles burning on a side table next to the toilet and magazines everywhere. Look at that. There's a little swan floating in the bathtub water. Well, isn't that sweet? All right, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You can tell that a lot of passion went into this. The mod author really loved putting this whole thing together. And look at that. There's the Nuka girl hanging from the rooftop up there. So, two different, very different player home mods occupying the exact same space in the world. Of course, the unique thing about this one is the automatic sorting feature, which is pretty fantastic. So thank you very much for this wonderful mod, Red Rocket TV. Next up is a Goodneighbor player home by Grease Monkey, also occupying this same structure over here in the corner, right across the street from the third rail. Let's enter. And here we are. We find ourselves on the interior of a workshop. Heading on in here, this is the primary workshop and scrap room. Look at this place. The ceiling is peeling and falling down. Look at these destroyed robots in the corner. Look, there's RoboBrain parts and everything. Here's our robot workbench. And lots of workbenches around. Over here is our chemistry workbench. I've already tested, and sadly the workshops do not share inventory. But there's machinery on display over here. And a lot of the items in this place for decoration, you can loot. So look, these are not static items. They're meant to be decorations, but I can pick them up and loot them instead of having them simply be decorations. And then this is your power armor station right there. Here, let's see. Here's the workshop. And look at that. We can decorate it to our heart's content. Now, not everything is selectable. For example, for some reason I can't select the table, but I can't select this big yellow thing, which means if you try to scrap it, it's going to hover in the air. However, let's see if I can... There we go. So with Place Everywhere installed, there's an option to select other items, extra object selection. Just turn that on, and now you can scrap that. So the workshop does work, and you can scrap things to your heart's content if you really want to use it as a player home. But just be aware that you can scrap things you were not meant to scrap if you turn on the option to scrap extra objects that comes with Place Everywhere. So that's the first floor, and I'm going to comment on the weird hitches that I'm getting with this in just a second when it gets really bad. But upstairs is the main living quarters, so downstairs is where we had our workshop. Then moving in here, here's the bathroom and kitchen area. You're looking nice today. People really love that bit of graffiti. And look at all of this wonderful food on display over here. So this is all of our food, not stored in our workbench. It's actually on shelves. And this is a really cool touch. Look at that. That's the cryolator case from Vault 111. And he's using it as a little ice-cold beer refrigerator. Like the last one, this one has a hydroponic section, a little bit smaller. And then this is your kitchen refrigerator and all of that. There's the cooking stove and a place to eat. Super cool. Lots of cool decorations over here, a place to place your magazines, and let's talk a little bit about that. So you see how when I walk through there, I'm getting this weird hitching sensation? Let me turn on my frame rate counter. Look at that in the top left-hand corner, and you can see that, you know, for the most part, I'm getting solid 80. I have my frames capped at 80. That's just the way the Fallout 4 works. If you go higher than 60, really, you start to get weird things happen. But as I come upstairs, taking a look at this lit area in particular, it really pushes it down into the 40s and 50s, and which normally isn't that bad, but it's giving me this strange stutter issue. So I'm not sure why that is. For the record, I do have this set on max quality. My shadows are set to the best they could possibly be. And the reason I did that is because I recently updated my video card, which has been okay. I can run through downtown Boston just fine with max shadows and all of that, but for some reason I'm getting a bit of stutter in this player home. Just thought I'd mention it. Not that big of a deal. I'm still getting better than 30 FPS in here. Just this strange little stutter when I go into the bedroom. But there's a terminal for reading your holotapes, a bed for sleeping, and a safe for personal storage. There you go. Pretty simple. Just a lot of lovely detail for somebody wanting their own slice of Goodneighbor. So thank you very much, Grease Monkey Mods. Next up is Eternal Night by Urtex, and this adds a player home in a new location. It restores this little apartment building over here on the corner. So the last few that we took a look at added a new door right here. And this actually repairs all of these broken windows. So these windows were broken in the vanilla game, and I don't believe there was a door over here at all. So, look at this building. It's beautiful and it's restored. It's fully powered. Let's head on inside and take a look at Eternal Night. And wow, look at that entry. Hoo-wee. So, this is very different from the mods that we've taken a look at already. The others were cluttered. Some of them were really scrappy. But not this one. This is if you want to live in the lap of luxury, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. We've got gray marble on the walls. These beautiful glossy wooden floors. Wow. I'm really blown away. It's looking pretty doggone good in here. So here's the dining room and here's the kitchen. A refrigerator complete with decorations on in there, which will stay there. So it just works as a container. You can't actually loot those, which means you're not going to mess up the decorations in your little player home. Pretty cool. Here is a spatula. Is this a working... It doesn't look like this is a working stove. So I'm sure that the working stove is going to be elsewhere. But let's check out this back room. Ooh, and we've got a couple of options. Oh, a pool. Oh, of course, a pool. Look how beautiful that pool is. Wow. This is reminding me about when I made my pool in my vault, my vault 88. This water is so clean and blue. It's looking really nice. This is a much better pool than the one I made. So there you go. If you want to go swimming, you can go swimming. There are seats down here for lounging around. Here you can pump some iron, your own little weight bench. That goes back upstairs. What's this? Oh, we've got some vault stuff in here. Lots of storage around the corner. Here we go. We've got a bit of a workbench. Let's do our experiment here. Let's put in one rat away, and then when we access other crafting stations, we can see if they all connect. This looks like an infirmary of sorts. Look at all of this stuff out on display. Holy cow, install this mod and you get a whole lot of chems, including this cerebrofusion adapter. Wow, that's amazing. And then a bunch of storage. Let's take a look at the terminals. Welcome back, Commander. Wardrobe. Armor display control. Display 1. You can use this to switch armor displays from male to female. Gotcha. Okay, so I'm sure we'll see that when we head downstairs. And then this is non-functioning. It just is there for set decoration. Cool, so we get a chemistry bench over here. Let's head downstairs. Looks like there's a vault built under Goodneighbor, ladies and gents. And here, okay, we got some scrap. We've got some boxes and supplies, and this is the main workshop area. A bunch of tools out on display. Look, they even have a Mila, and this is a very specific reporter's pencil. That's not just any pencil, ladies and gentlemen. That's a reporter's pencil. And then we've got our workshop. And look at that. We can build things, but we can't scrap a whole lot. We can scrap all of this. That's great. I can't scrap those tiles, but let's see if Place Everywhere gives us the freedom. And it does. We can turn on extra object selection using Place Everywhere, and we can delete these floor mats. But as always, be careful. You can completely break the world by doing something like that. So, it is functional. You can move it. And let's do our experiment. Oh no, our right-of-way is not there. So it doesn't connect those. Let's see here. Nope. So the workbenches, sadly, do not connect. Let's try one more time. And let's put some stealth boys in there. And no, it sadly doesn't connect. So that's a bummer. That's a bit of a bummer. But otherwise, pretty doggone amazing. Now, what's in here? Looks like we have storage for ammunition and duffel bags and all sorts of goodies. Great. Oh, look, a big old steamer trunk. So if you want to store your personal junk, this is a fantastic spot for it. Wow, this is a whole lot of room. I did not expect to find a vault underneath Goodneighbor. That does come as a bit of a surprise. All right, so there's the pool and the giant vault area. Let's head on back to the rest of the mansion, and we can go on up this flight of stairs. Here we are in a mezzanine, and going through here, looks like we've got a display area for displaying goodies. Can I activate it? I can. But nothing appears to happen. The magazine racks, of course, work. Can I activate these? I can, but nothing appears to happen. Although this is a workshop, so I wonder if I'm supposed to... Okay, I can scrap it, though. I can scrap it if I want. All right, so you can scrap it if you want, or decorate things up to your heart's content. There are already robot models on display. Moving on up to the next floor. Wow, we can go right, we can go left, and up. Let's go right first. We've got a nice little master bath, and look at this. Now that is a fancy bathtub, ladies and gentlemen. It's like right out of a steampunk world or something. And I love that window. Sadly, we can't look out of it, but I'm sure it has a wonderful view of Goodneighbor. Sweet, so there's our bathroom, and this is probably the master bedroom. Looks that way. We've got a private terminal for reading our holotapes, chaise longue, or however you pronounce it, for reading. And there we go, the master bedroom. Complete with a Stingray model on display and lots of containers for storing your personal belongings. And as always, you can decorate this up to your heart's content. So the mod author comes with decorations already installed, but if you want, you can put your own decorations down as well. Pretty awesome. Moving on down here, we've got, looks like a guest bedroom, and here we go. All right, these are the armor displays that I believe I had access to in that terminal downstairs. However, it doesn't actually look like I can interact with it. Oh, I can. All right, so it's an armor stand, and I put armor on it, and it'll wear whatever I put it in. So let's put some checkered shirts and slacks on this guy. And there you go. So it's a working armor stand that looks like a human being. I guess you could pretend it's a synth, like a slightly deactivated synth. And then this is your big walk-in closet. You can put all of your clothing in the big walk-in closet. Pretty cool. Moving on upstairs, let's see what we got. Looks like this leads outside, maybe. No, it leads to the bar. Oh, look at this. Oh, we got ourselves a nice little bar. Maybe when we have all of our friends over, we can bring them on up here to the bar and we can eat some crispy squirrel bits, drink our beverages, and then shoot some pool in this nice masculine-looking bar area with a big suit of T-51 on display. Pretty awesome. Look at this. Now that's some nice ambience. We've got the schematics for all of the major vaults in the game and from the DLCs down here as well. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, a pretty stellar addition. This is for those of you who don't want to live in filth. You would prefer to live in something giant and immaculate like a mansion. This is the one for you. Thank you very much. Next up is Goodneighbor Player Home by 1993 Ted, and this one takes place in the exact same spot. As you can see, everything is back to normal. All of the glass is broken again. But we get a door over here and a new location, Goodneighbor Home. This opens up a new fast travel location on your map. There's Goodneighbor, and there's the Goodneighbor Home. Then we can just head through the red door to enter. And as you can see, it's quite different. Here we find ourselves in a rather vast area, and it's pretty dilapidated, all this broken glass. And this looks like the old State House. Big spiral staircase in the middle. And then coming on down, we find a locked door. And here we find Gary! This house is yours. Hey, your friendly good neighbor Ghoul here. If you read this, I have probably become feral. Well, if that is the case, you can keep my home. Maybe even decorate it. All right, Gary. Well, thank you. And he is serious. Check it out. We got ourselves a workshop in here, ladies and gentlemen. We can build anything we want in this fine area. And look at this. The fuse box produces 100 electricity. Wow. So we go up the spiral staircase to explore the rest of this facility. And it looks like we have a bunch of rooms. Teeny tiny rooms. Now, the mod author does say that he's got an optional version of this mod with larger rooms to decorate. So if you feel like these are just too itsy bitsy teeny tiny, then download the optional version of his mod, which is going to give you larger spaces to decorate. But it looks very much like an apartment complex. Big spiral staircase in the middle, little rooms off to the sides, workshop in the basement. I think that's kind of the vibe that he was going for. So it would be great for, let's say, giving each of your companions a little room, or for having many different places to store the wide variety of different goods that you have. And then that's where it ends. So there's this big earthen pile of dirt that's blocking from going any further. So that's all there is to it. It's a pretty lightweight little mod. It's just one ESP. You don't have to download any meshes, textures, scripts, or assets, making it extremely simple and user-friendly. So if you just want a big open space that you can decorate with your workshop, this one is for you. Next up is Good Player Home by Mlucci 4036. This one adds a new player home right next to Scalalli Square, the memory den, the Scalalli Square sign in the memory den. This gives you a brand new apartment complex right in the middle, and some of the workstations are actually outside. Here's the weapons workbench. We're gonna do our experiment really quickly, put something in there, and when we explore the others, let's see if they connect. And sadly, they do not connect. But just outside and in this alleyway, we got some sort of crazy situation going on over here. We'll just stay out of that. There's a chemistry station and a workbench, and then we can go this way to explore the house. And here we are. This, I should mention, is a really lightweight mod. It just requires one ESP to work, and we get all of this. So it's a tiny little home. It's a nice tiny little home. It's not like you need a big mansion anyway, but if you wanted a big mansion, you might want to check out the other one we just talked about. This is a nice tiny little home. Here's our armor workbench. And then over here is the bed, complete with a wall safe for storing all of your goodies. I actually really look at the way that the light works in here. Man, I really like that. Oh, we got a little ceiling, we got a ceiling fan on the wall. I guess that makes it a propeller. Pretty cool. Then we got storage over here. Lots of lockers for personal storage. Ammo crates for all of your ammunition. And then here's the cooking stove for cooking up all of your fancy meats. And you can store all of your magazines in the magazine rack. Ooh, look, a cigar. A lit cigar burning away. We got a light illuminating this nice big suit of T60 power armor over here. A barrel filled with weapons. And a nice place for Deacon to relax and watch the TV. A very cool mod. Thank you very much, and a wonderful addition to this collection. On to the next one. Next up is Goodneighbor Player Home by Quaz30. This one adds a new player home in the back of Goodneighbor here. You see that broken room down there? It used to be completely empty. And take a look at these windows. They are now repaired and light comes out of them. I wonder why that is. We can head up this stairway next to Daisy's shop to find this door leading to number 14 Goodneighbor Player Home. Here we find a wonderful workshop where we can build absolutely anything we want. This first floor is going to be the kitchen, and it's strange that the shape of these windows are different from the ones that we see on the outside. These have arches, but the ones outside were perfectly square, I believe. And then up to the next floor, and we've looks like this is the corner, because we've got more windows over there, more of these arched windows, and a small bed. Now, let's see what's outside the door. And here it brings us out to this wonderful little balcony overlooking Goodneighbor. Here we've got a nice seat where we can watch the sunset or take a look at the stars. And then there's a nice lit cigar in the corner. But just, yeah, those windows, those windows are pretty rectangular, not circular like we found inside the actual house. It's pretty bare bones, but it's still pretty cool. Just walk on in, activate the workshop, and then you can build any kind of home you want in those little apartment complexes. Thank you very much, Quaz30. And finally, we have Goodneighbor Apartment by Calarand. This one completely changes the building above the Scalalli Square sign. This is what it looks like in the vanilla game, and this is what it looks like with the mod installed. This is the new location of your wonderful player home. It also comes with a bunch of neat touches like neighbors. There's now a new little apartment complex over there with people working in it. I don't know if you can see, there's one right there, and there's a guy up there. So let's go explore everything that comes with this cool mod. Around the corner and on the left-hand side, we find this door. This leads us where we need to go. We find ourselves in this dimly lit room. These are the windows leading on out over the Scalalli Square sign. And the cool thing about this is that this is a workshop. That's right. All you got to do, and there it is right there. Look at that. They remade the way the workshop looks to take up less space. We've got this little hatch that opens up to either a bathroom or a small private bed. And look at this. You're surrounded by glass. You can see the apartment complex out there. Here, let me turn off my torch. You can see the apartment complex out there, the lights shining. You can see the lights of Goodneighbor outside. There's the old state house. So it is an actual functioning window. You can see out and take a look at the city sights. So the main bulk of this mod is going to be building your home here. This is the elevator that we took down to get to that door. And this is the fuse box for turning on the electricity in the room. So what you'll do is you'll wire anything that you create in this tiny little room to this fuse box right here, which produces 100 electricity. But we're not even done. There's a ladder that brings us topside. And here we have a beautiful little patio overlooking Scalalli Square. And yes, you can build on it. You can build some chairs out here, maybe build some workstations down here. This would be a great little outdoor cooking area overlooking the entire town. And the mod author added these nice little neighbors. look at that. I don't even. Let's toggle the cam and head on over. Hey there, guy. What are you doing? What's your name? Oh, I can't interact with you? There's an airplane seat. He's got a nice little bed over here. Not sure how this guy got in and out. I guess he's going to stay in this room forever. Let's see what's on down here. And this nice lady holding a clipboard, but I can't actually interact with her. Is there a way for me to get up here? No. So the only way to check this out is by toggling clipping. But she's programmed to come stand at the window so that you can see her. And then we've got this guy down here in her little home, which is just this blasted out little corner. So great, the mod author added some neighbors to your home to add a little bit more immersion, and you now have access to this entire balcony upon which you can craft whatever you want. And then to go back inside your apartment, just access this ladder again. Back inside we are. Pretty doggone cool. Love the view. It's going to take a little bit of work to make something nice, but for those of you who are the creative types, oh look, looks like Deacon is still out there. Yep. Okay, I toggled clipping, and it's not an interior cell. It's the actual inside of this building. Huh. So it just zaps you inside. That is really cool. So there's the elevator that we used to take it up there, and what we see outside is real. It's not like a box or anything. It is actually in the world. Then we could just take the elevator here to head on back down to Goodneighbor. So, a lot of options for you, ladies and gentlemen. This one was a whole lot of fun. Some of these mods are move-in ready. Just activate the mod and step into your brand new home. Some of them are going to take a little bit of work. Open up the workshop and build something personal, something unique that only you have. But all of them are amazing, and all of them are in Goodneighbor. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the 8 top Goodneighbor player homes that I have been able to find and that I enjoy. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Are there any Goodneighbor home mods that I missed? Be sure to share them with us in the comments below. And did you know that I had a t-shirt shop now, ladies and gentlemen? That's right. I have a brand new t-shirt shop where I sell my Teespring t-shirts. Some of them are Oxhorn themed, some of them are Fallout 4 themed, with some of your favorite quotes from Fallout 4. So if you're interested, you can find a link to my Teespring t-shirt shop in the description of this video. And if you like what I do and you want to support me in a more personal way, consider becoming one of my patrons on Patreon. Patreon subscribers gain access to a private channel on my Discord server, as well as a bunch of other cool Oxhorn perks. But more than anything, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just so glad that you're here with me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early as always, with a brand new video.